Welcome back to K-State Today, the podcast edition. This week, we are doing a Thanksgiving edition of K-State Today, and we're going to be making a tier list of all the different Thanksgiving foods. So let's jump into it.
All right. So I went in and found this nice little tier list with a bunch of foods, and I think that we should just get right into it and start with all reliable, the turkey. Sometimes turkey can be, I've never had turkey that's lower than a C, but generally I'm having at least A tier, but I'm going to put it in elite because you can't go wrong with turkey. Like, what's a Thanksgiving without turkey?
Yeah.
I think
it has a high volatility. You're right. Like, it can be either awesome or really bad, but I think if it's at its best, I agree with that ranking.
I'm going to get to another meat with ham. Ham, I have mixed feelings on ham, mainly because it's the opposite of turkey, and that is very consistently mid, in my opinion. I like it, but it doesn't touch turkey, in my opinion. I'm putting it in B tier. How do we feel about that?
I would probably pop it up one into A, but yeah, I could feel the B.
I would pick something else over ham if I was, going through the table. So I feel like it belongs in B because there's always going to be something that I'd pick before that.
That's pretty much all the main dishes. Like, everything else is sides. I'm going to start with mashed potatoes. I love mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes are so good, and it's hard to screw them up.
Yeah.
I'm putting them in elite.
It's true.
Right next to their sidekick turkey.
Makes up a large percentage of my plate for sure.
I'm going to do biscuits next. I'm going to put biscuits in B tier but above ham.
Biscuits in Thanksgiving context goes lower for me because I never eat biscuits on Thanksgiving. Like, I'm going to eat a dinner roll before I eat a biscuit.
I gotta agree. Biscuits, at least for my Thanksgiving, we don't have biscuits. We don't have cornbread. We have rolls.
Should move it down. I would move it to C. No matter what tier biscuits are in, that dinner rolls are superior on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
See, I would have put dinner rolls in the elite tier.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, they might be my favorite thing. Maybe. Like, I will, like, after Thanksgiving is, like, done and gone, and, you got leftovers of everything, I will eat a dinner roll over the sink like a rat in the middle of the night. I won't do that with anything else.
I totally see this image in my head. I see you doing it, but I also see myself doing it. Like, I can throw myself into the situation, and it's literally not changing at all. All right, now I'm going to do stuffing. I'm going to leave it in A.
I think that's the right choice.
I really want to put it in elite, but I don't want to oversaturate elite.
See, for me, for something to get into elite, it has to pass the test of, like, could I eat this, like, in horrifyingly copious amounts? Mashed potatoes, yes. Turkey, probably. Dinner rolls, yes. Stuffing, I don't know. I feel like I would get bored of stuffing fairly quickly, but it's still pretty good.
That's a good criteria for elite.
Yeah, I like that gauge for how to rank things. Because I could definitely eat turkey and mashed potatoes until I need to be hospitalized. I'm going to do cranberry sauce, mainly because I feel like I need something to put down here.
We might as well pop that jellied cranberry into F as well.
Yeah.
I'm good with that because, this is basically that, but worse.
Yeah.
I love cornbread. I'm going to put it behind dinner rolls, but very close. I really like cornbread.
It's an interesting take. I probably would have put it with biscuits.
I agree with the order of, like, dinner roll, cornbread, biscuits, but I kind of think they all belong in C just because at the end of the day, they're all like a type of bread that's just taking up space that could be used for mashed potatoes.
Now, mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is so weird to me because I love mac and cheese. I'm going to put it in C.
Are you? Oh my goodness. Sorry.
The hottest takes.
I love mac and cheese a lot.
There is no tier list where mac and cheese belongs below A. We could be doing the Halloween candy tier list, and if someone gave me a little Tupperware thing of mac and cheese at the door, it's sus, but I'm eating it.
I just, in terms of Thanksgiving, it feels weird.
we're gonna go to something that I feel like, at least for my family, is universal, and it's that pumpkin pie is elite.
Yep.
Like I think that's without a doubt. Are we all in agreement here?
Hot take.
Yeah.
I don't like pumpkin pie, but that's just me.
What?
You mean wrong take? Anyways,
I mean- I could eat a whole pumpkin pie casually.
like if you were only allowed to pick 3 things, it would definitely. I feel like it has to be turkey, mashed potatoes, or at least some form of potatoes, and pumpkin pie. All right, moving on to apple pie. Apple pie is another pie that's really good, and it's a great sidekick to pumpkin pie. It doesn't belong in elite, I don't think. I'm gonna put it.
Above cornbread, excuse you.
Yeah, that's fair. It has to be above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Red wine is on here for some godforsaken reason.
I mean,
like wine is
Why?
S tier. I feel like generally, like
yeah.
I'm gonna put it up there. I'm just confused as to why it's here.
I've never had wine on. I guess I just turned 22, but I've never had.
Yeah,
wine.
I've never heard of anybody doing that. Look, I go like straight water. Like the water is literally just to like help you survive.
Yeah, it's like it's not because like you want to be drinking stuff. It's because you have to.
It's because you
Like,
have to. Yeah.
Just like you'll die if you don't. Now we have 2 random corns, and I am a pretty solid fan of creamed corn. I like creamed corn. I'm gonna put it in B.
See,
Like-
I would probably put cream corn in D tier.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't like creamed corn.
So I'm gonna put them down in C. Regular corn is a staple of Thanksgiving dating back to the very first one, as I
Indeed.
recall from like my first grade lessons on Thanksgiving. And so for that reason, I'm gonna put it. I hate putting things ahead of mac and cheese like every time that I do it because like it is incredible, but I just can't in good conscience put it higher. But I'm gonna put corn in B tier.
I
Yeah.
think that's a good place.
I think it's a B tier food.
We've avoided a very controversial one
Wait, what's the controversial one?
right at the front.
Oh, is that
Oh,
controversial?
green bean casserole? I mean, put it in F. That's where we know
What?
it belongs there.
No,
Green
that
bean casserole goes toe to toe with anything in S tier right now.
is A tier.
Garbage.
So
That's a hot take there.
you
And
must not have had good green bean casserole. 'Cause
Green bean casserole.
See,
I
that's
haven't had
not
a good
true.
one because there's no such thing as a good one.
See, yeah, honestly.
I'll put it in D because
Casserole is below creamed corn. What's wrong
there's
with you?
that is fair. Cream corn should probably be lower. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put cream corn in D.
Yeah, that should be an A tier, you savages. It's so good, guys.
Roasted vegetables. I will put them ahead of cranberry sauce because cranberry sauce still belongs at the bottom, like the trash it is.
The neutral dish.
Yeah, like it's a true neutral Thanksgiving dish. There's not many of them because most of them are pretty polarizing.
You put a
Yeah.
couple roasted vegetables on your plate just to show your mom, see, I'm eating my veggies.
Look, I'm eating my veggies. I'm eating my greens. Please don't lecture me about having like 8 slices of pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna get into one that I love. This
What are those?
scallop potatoes.
Oh,
mean,
all the way up.
Right to elite. All the
I
way to the top.
love scallop potato. I'm gonna, for me personally, I'm gonna put them in mashed. I
Do they-
love.
They
I
have
mean,
cheese-
that works for me. Yeah.
cheesy scallop potatoes, right?
Oh, yes.
That, yeah.
They're insane.
The Irish were onto something. They knew the potatoes were gonna hit different. Now sweet potato casserole.
Blech.
I don't like sweet potatoes.
Yeah,
F.
they're just pop it in F. Garbage.
I'm gonna put them in D just to be honestly. I'm gonna move cranberry sauce to F, but ahead jelly because I mean like
Yeah.
I'm leaving it in D to be nice to it. They thought they did something with sweet potato casserole. They did not. Brussels sprouts. I personally am not a huge Brussels sprouts fan, but I do know a lot of people that really like Brussels sprouts.
I'm a big Brussels sprout girl, so I will vouch for them.
I'll put them in B out of respect. Squash.
F.
Get out of here.
I mean, if you're just sitting down and like taking a spoon or a fork to squash, you've made a mistake.
Get out of my Thanksgiving dinner meal.
Yeah.
Like this F tier, like in actuality, is like 3 tiers down
Yeah.
from this D tier. Like because like all these things are just like straight up garbage. Gravy, I have a confession. I'm not a huge gravy guy personally.
Whoa!
I know.
Get out of here.
Minority.
I've never been
That's
able
a
to
hot
get past
take.
it. I know it's a hot take. I
How do you
understand what
not
I'm doing to myself here. I'm really opening up myself to attack on this.
How do you not like just drench everything in gravy?
I will. This is in the Brussels sprouts like sub B tier of like not for me, but I get it. The final thing in our tier list, the ugly duckling, sparkling juice. I'm a little confused as to why this thing is here because
Because when you're kids,
I
that's
think
what
it's the wine if you don't drink
it's
alcohol.
like
or
it's
if
what
you're
you
a
give like
child.
people at the kids table.
because of the respect to the children, I feel like it should be like a C tier.
I agree.
Thanks for tuning into our Thanksgiving edition of the K-State Today podcast, and we'll catch you next time.